Oh, hello everyone. It's Susie Crypto Granny here. I hope you're all well, looking after yourself, looking after your beautiful family, your beautiful friends, beautiful children, and your beautiful animals, and other people and animals, and the environment, just to make this world a better place. Now, I'm going to look at the technicals. I'm sorry I didn't get anything out yesterday, but I've had a lot of pain with my teeth from childhood poverty. I'm going to Berlin next week to have full implants up the top. As you can see, I don't have any teeth, and I've got 4 teeth up the top that are loose. So I've had a lot of toothaches, which is just horrible. Mind you, it doesn't stop me from smoking. But anyway, it's a problem with our generation, Generation X. We find it very hard to give up smoking. But anyway, let's look at Bitcoin, guys and girls. I'm looking at the daily at the moment. I like to look at the daily to take out the noise, but I mainly focus, as you know, on the 4 hour, okay? So let's get our drawing thing here. Got a big level resistance here. It's about 108, $110,000 per Bitcoin. That's a big line of resistance. And a big line of support is pretty much down here, right? And that was around, what do we got? Roughly off this, bear with me, around 90 odd thousand. And that makes sense, okay? So we had volume go down here. The blue is the buys, and obviously the red is the sell. But then when we do this, we've got volume starting to rise, okay, quite considerably, which is really great. And you can see it here as well. And that's on the daily. I believe Bitcoin will push up. This looks like a descending wedge to me, when you get this absolute squeeze higher. And you've got Stan Chad that they're now calling something like 500,000 for Bitcoin 2028, and it's only 3 years away, people. So you can see, and also if you look at spot ETFs, Bitcoin, they keep, people are putting in loads of money. So we have volume here, 7.26 thousand up and 9.2 negative on the downside, but I'm not that worried about that. Everything Trump is doing, Mr. Trump, President Trump, he's just getting more, it's getting more and more bullish Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, particularly with the reserves, right? They're going to be buying reserves. Now we go to the 4 hour, which I like very much. I know it's a busy chart, but I do believe big line of support is here around 97,754. And I think this is going to push up pretty substantially to the highs of 110. And then once it goes through that, it's going to go higher. And Bitcoin is consistently outperforming Ethereum. Ethereum has some quite negative news fundamentally. So let's have a look at Ethereum and some of the major coins we look at, and we can glean from the technicals what we think. But Bitcoin certainly looks mega bullish to me, and I'm very bullish Bitcoin. If I've got below 90, I'd be buying with my ears pinned back, okay? So let's go to the next one. What else we can look at today? We'll have a look at Ethereum just for good measure. We need to. But again, I believe Ethereum going forward this year will seriously underperform. So let's look at the dailies here on Ethereum. Big volume buy here. Someone could have been short Ethereum. It has really underperformed Bitcoin, we know that. But technically, this doesn't look very good to me. Also, there's quite a bit of selling here as well. Selling is getting bigger as well. If we look at the volume up 20.79 and volume down 20.94, I'd say this looks risky of going down just on the daily, that's for sure. I don't like the structure of Ethereum and the way it's trading, okay? Up here at 4,000, they sold it. Next level would have been 3.5 and so forth. So looks quite bad to me. Again, got to hold this level here. What is it? 27725. Otherwise, it could go further down. And I hazard a guess it probably will underperform going forward. That's for the 4 hours. Let's have a look at XRP. I think, as I said before, anything over $3, it was way overvalued. It still is. XRP could really, unfortunately, could really go down in a big way, okay? And I've told clients that are holding XRP, this is a major sell, okay? Not only that, it didn't take out its previous high, which was way up at 380 or something. And then if we look at this, it's actually underneath a big line of support here. This thing is going down. And the next level, I would say, is 227. Even though we've got big volume here, it's not reflected in the price movement up. So it's quite negative, I've got to tell you that. XRP could be down here at $1.70, somewhere like that. Looks quite negative. We've got 102 million on the sell side and 90 on the buy side. So even the physical units tell us that XRP is going down, right? And it's going to go down a big way. It could really fill this gap here on the chart. The longer it stays down, the more likely people are going to sell this. This is a big sell. Let's go to 4 hours on this. Sorry for all the lines, but you can see what I'm saying here. Yeah, if it really loses this support here, 236, and it's currently at 244, watch out. This thing's going to go down a lot. And look at the 4 hours, 7.82 up and 12.87 mil down. That looks pretty yuck. I've got to tell you that. Yeah, not good at all. Let's have a look at Link. Love Link. This is going to be the best performer of the year. I'm absolutely convinced of it. All the whales are buying Link, and they just keep accumulating, and we keep doing the same thing. So again, big resistance is around that 31.64, got down to the level support of 26. Currently it's at 19.31. This thing is cheap for the revenue they're bringing in, okay? Big support here at 18.78, big volume. Yeah, up and away. It's too cheap for words, this thing. It's making a fortune, right? This is Link, people. Let's go back to the 4 hours, which I love. And yeah, you've got this thing's going to move out. Link is going to break out very quickly. They tried to sell it down. It didn't happen. And yeah, it looks pretty good. Even though we've got volume, you know, supporting the sellers, I am reluctant to sell Link at these levels. It's cheap, and it's very, very underpriced. Okay, what else do I want to look at today? What are the other holdings? BCH, again, been a slow burner, this one, but it will come good. I'm convinced of that as well. And so let's have a look at that. Let's go to the spot. Bear with me. Bitcoin. Let's just go to USDT. I do like trading view. It's great. It's got great technicals. It's fantastic. Okay, let's go to, it's not that expensive either. I think I pay about $250 a year for this, US. So we see BCH, big sell at 622. Next line of support down here, 480. And again, it's on this big line of support here on the dailies. They've tried to push this thing down, mega with volume. But again, volume on the way up is 18.79 the daily and 16.94. This thing has been a major underperformer against Bitcoin. Even in the last rally, it was at 4,500 and Bitcoin was at 68,000. Now we've got a Bitcoin at 98,000 and this thing's still way underpriced. This thing could go up 10 times easy once they run out of Bitcoin, because BCH has the same profile. 21 billion supply, and that's pretty much it. Most of it's been mined, okay? If we go to 4 hours on this, you got the same story. Got to hold this level here. 324, it's currently 329, but I think this thing's going to push up quite a bit. Now let's look at Tron. Tron has held up very well with the market coming down. It's extremely cheap, and Justin Sun's doing all the right things with the current federal government administration, right? Tron got up to 43 cents. It's extremely cheap. Just looking at this on the daily, big level support is here around 22.44, something like that. Again, if we look at volume, it's starting to rise quite nicely. If we look at, even though we've got the daily here, 204 down and 185 up, I think this is extremely cheap. Tron could easily get to 29 cents and then off to the races. It's extremely cheap. The network is making a fortune. They have 220 million clients, and so at least 10 to 15% of them are totally active, okay, on that network and making lots of money for the network. Again, this is a huge level of support here. Below 22 cents, it's a big level of support, but I really think this thing could bounce fast at 25.74 cents. But don't forget also, Justin Sun likes burning, okay? So Tron doesn't have a lot on issue in terms of supply, and they could easily burn the coin, and that's going to force that even up higher, okay? So I like that one very much. Another one that's extremely cheap is VeChain, and they're in the right markets for, the environment and anti-pollution and all that stuff. They're doing some great stuff, VeChain. Okay, let's have a look at V chain again. Big level sell was 0.077. And again, another level here was breached at 0.053. But again, they tried to breach through 0.03 and it was too cheap. And again, you got this big buy, which makes sense. This thing could bounce quite quickly. Again, I'm ultra bullish B chain. Above 0.053, she's off to the races. She's been at higher levels around 25 cents 3 or 4 years ago. Even though volume is in favor of the sellers, V-chain in my mind is just too cheap, right, for where it is and for the money it's making on the network. Again, if you look at the daily, the 4 hours on this is a big level support here, you know, at 0.03.5 right here. But I do believe this is going to go higher, okay? It looks pretty good on the chart. So let's just have a look what else we've got in our portfolio here. Can you see that? I don't know. Let's just have a look at the portfolio to see if you can see this. Oh, you can. Cool. Okay, so we look at our portfolio today. 200,000 acquisition costs. Realize we took realized P&L. I think that was out of Bitcoin Cash. We're selling at 480 or something. It's currently down 12%, which is nothing, and today it's down 3%. These are our best crypto and our worst are Link and Fetch, but I'm confident these will go back up, particularly AI, because from what I can read, the US government's not happy about DeepSeek, the Chinese-owned AI. Where's the data going? We don't know, but also they'll probably cancel or make it illegal in the US, okay? Which doesn't surprise me. So if we look at this, you know, we've got lots of Chainlink doing quite well, Bitcoin, Tron. Let's have a look at Pepe as well. I like Pepe, and I do believe these will start performing. Conflicts is seriously, seriously cheap. So let's look at Pepe while we're at it. Me. Also, people that need to get on the app, I'm going to fix it up tonight. Apologies, I was off a bit sick yesterday just from my teeth, but I'll get on to that for Mark and the other lady in America. Sorry, Diamond. My brain's not working today. Okay, so let's go to the dailies on Pepe. Yep. Got up to 4 zeros 28. Now it's around 0.5 5 zeros 1 or 4 zeros, always forget. Big line of support here at around 1 cent, 0.5 zeros and 1 roughly, but this thing could fly up as well very quickly. The whales are behind this and they're starting to buy more and more of it, okay? Again, volume reflects that on the daily, 617 trillion. The sell side 5.72, and it's reflected. We can see this here, okay? So it looks very bullish as well. The technicals look extremely bullish for me. There's been a big washout, and now we're going to go off to the races. This thing's going to move up pretty quick, I'd say. And again, if you look at the 4 hours, volume 623 bill, vis-a-vis sell side of 359. So it looks pretty good. Let's go to Chiles, not Chiles, Conflicts. Been an underperformer, but it's an amazing story in China. One of the main crypto technologies they use, as well as VeChain. It is a great story, this one, and it's been very oversold, okay? All right, so we've got the daily here. I sold it up here, 26 cents or something. Big line of support is 10. Very, very, yeah, 10. It's got to break through, what's that? 18 cents to be off to the races, but it could do that. There's a lot of volatility in this one. It's been lots of selling here. It still seems to be a lot of selling, but I'm not convinced. You know, the buyers are 23 up, million, and 17 down on the sell side. I think this one's very cheap, and I think it really will go high. Big line of support here. Next level is 16.5. Oh, there's that Chinese. Bear with me. Now let's look at Solano too, and see what we can glean from this one. All right, interesting. Currently 200. Hiya, I'm recording. Currently 200. Yes, I'm recording. Currently 200. 183.49, big level support on Solano. Gosh, we had a lot of selling here. That was quite large. Volume up It's 106 mil, volume down is 1.2 mil, and this is on the daily. Okay, so there's a big line of support here. Can break through this and go a lot higher. 250, maybe even 280 on that. So it looks pretty good technically. Okay, again, we need to see a bounce above this level here, 210 to be off the races, but I like it very much, even though there's a lot of sellers here. I think Solano, the network is very, very powerful one indeed. Excuse me. I had a bit of a dimmy and it went in the wrong way. Yeah, technicals look pretty good to me. People expect a big rally from here. Any dip we're going to buy, as we did the other day, and yeah, I'm ultra bullish. Anyway, look after yourself, guys and girls. Thank you for listening. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for your support. My teeth will be much better next week. I'm been in a bit of pain, but I'm getting through it. You know, I keep thinking about my friend with stage 4 lung cancer, so I've got nothing to complain about. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I'll doing a podcast today as well, so I'll talk to you about the news later on. Thank you.